Okay, now you can put these rules together and come up with some quite, extensive problems here, right? My strategy for this problem would be to just work the coefficients, then work my variables after that. So you can really think about this as -4 divided by 8 as one separate thing times x over x to the -5th times y to the -3rd over y. Now there is only one, fraction bar, but these are just all multiplied. So I'm going to, that way I don't get confused between hopefully my exponent rules and just like my regular fraction rules. So can you reduce the fraction -4/8? Those are the coefficients. Can you reduce that? What does that reduce down to? Yeah, -1/2, right? So here I get -1/2. Now with my x's, remember, I'm going to move anybody who's unhappy where they're at. I want to retain my tenants. So x to the 5th down here is actually x to the -5th. If I just go ahead and move that one upstairs, then I have x times x to the 5th, right? Because this one is to the +1, stays where it's at. Same thing with the y's. The y to the -3rd is not getting along with his roommates. So what do? We move him downstairs, y to the 3rd times y. So I only switch the ones that are negative. So this one has a negative exponent, it's going down. This one has a +1 exponent, it's staying where it's at. I only switch the ones that have negative exponents. Now I could simplify it further, and what would be my final answer once I have all my no more negative exponents. Negative number is different than a negative exponent, so I don't have to switch any negative numbers, just the exponents. So who can tell me what my simplified answer would be? Good. Excellent. Okay. 2y to the 4th, right? Do you agree with me on that? Yes? No? Yeah? Yes. Okay. Now, what I would always do if I see something squared, I have two options. I could square everything that's inside parentheses, or I can look and see, is there anything I can simplify first? Could I simplify 12 divided by 5? No. Could I simplify x to the -5th and y to the -3rd? Well, I could flip them. They're both negative, right? So here, it depends on if you want to multiply it by 2 first. I mean, multiply the exponent by 2. Or if you want to make it positive. So I would just say try to make all your exponents positive as soon as you possibly can. Y to the 3rd, x to the 5th. Why did they both flip? They're both negative. So they want to just trade places. Good. Okay, I would try and simplify everything in parentheses first and then go ahead. There's nothing else I can simplify, so I want to square everything. So if I square everything, what do I get? 144, y to the 6th, 25, x to the 10th. So everybody see how we got that? Yes? So the negative sign is different than the negative exponent, okay? Negative exponent only means take the reciprocal. But a negative in front is a negative coefficient. This is negative. It's the same thing as -1. It's not an exponent, so we can't make it positive. You see what I'm saying? So this is not an exponent, which is the reason why it's not flipping. The only reason why it's negative is because we had -4 divided by 8. That fraction reduced. So you can think about that really as -1/2, really, Okay, good question. Okay, so you're going to try the group work, and then